All right, when I was a kid, I freaking loved those cheap advent calendars with the really crappy chocolate in them, and it was like my favorite part of the holidays was to like open up those little doors and eat the chocolate every day counting down till Christmas. I saw a meme the other day about advent calendars, and like the purpose of them is for kids to microdose Christmas. So genius. I love microdosing the holidays. I really wanted, as an adult, as a full-grown adult, I wanted to make my own this year. And instead of doing a flat calendar, I made a house. Cute little house. And I started the countdown at 12, like the 12 days of Christmas. You can definitely do 25. I think you'll just need a bigger box. But yeah, for this project, I used some of the make-do tools, which are cardboard construction tools for any size and age of human. They were really helpful for creating the house, especially like the fasteners, but totally not necessary to use these. I just like to highly recommend them for any cardboard crafts for yourself or a small human. They're just freaking dope. They're amazing, really well made. I love them. Okay, so this is the advent calendar house. I put a Clueless sticker in. You can see the little ghost in the attic, the chocolate. I think it's pretty cute. I think it's fun. I like it. All right, and with that, let's get started. First step, grab a cardboard box that's about the size you want for your advent calendar. Make sure it's deep enough to add smaller boxes where your treats will be housed. Next, cut along a side seam so you can open up the box to lay flat. Now you can lay the box flat and start to mark out the outside of the box where you're going to put your doors and windows to open for treats. You also want to mark out triangles on the top flaps of the side panels, which will be where your roof comes together. Next, hot glue a piece of cardboard along the open seam so you can later seal the box with your fasteners. You may need to make some modifications when you add your treat boxes inside, but for now, add a piece of cardboard that's about the same length as the side of the box. Cut out the triangles on your top side panels. We're going to add a small piece of cardboard to the inside of the front roof later in order to connect and close the roof. Now I'm going to mark out the line where the roof will fold over the triangular sides and score it for easier folding. I'm making sure there is about an inch of cardboard that can be folded over from that seam so I can use my fasteners to screw the roof closed. I'm going to add a cardboard piece to form the other side of the roof that's the same size as my roof side. If you're working with a 4-flap box, you'll just need to glue a piece of cardboard to one of the longer top flaps so it can fold over its counterpart. The box I was using only had 1 flap, so I'm adding a second that's a little longer than the flap so they can come to a point at the top. I don't need to worry too much about cutting a straight line here because it's just going to get glued to the inside of the box and won't be visible. I'm constantly opening and closing my box to make sure things line up before I hot glue. Now that I've glued on the other roof flap, I'll glue on the small cardboard pieces to sides of the front roof panel and mark out where my fasteners will be used. Again, I always close the box to make sure things are lining up. One fastener will go through the top of the triangle and small side flap on both sides. 1 or 2 fasteners will connect on the side of the box with the open seam, and 1 fastener will connect the roof panels in the middle top of the box. We're just marking these out for now. The actual install of the fasteners will be one of the last steps we take. Now I'm going to mark out and label the 12 openings for the order of how I want to open these during countdown. I also want to add a chimney and make this the last box to be opened. This isn't science. I was a C student in geometry, but basically I'm building a trapezoid shape for the chimney. First, I'm making my base and marking out the walls. Here's a little shape that's helpful when building out your chimney. It's a trapezoid, one of my favorite shapes that I forgot about until this tutorial. Make sure to choose a side of the chimney you want as the door and glue that side as the last step. You could even make the top of the chimney the door. That's kind of fun. On to the openings. I laid my box flat and used an X-Acto knife to cut out my doors and windows. Cut 3 sides of the openings and score the uncut side with an X-Acto knife or the Make-Do perforator tool on the inside of the flat for easy opening. Now we're going to make the little rooms or boxes where the treats will be held. A couple of tips here: if you want your rooms to be painted, paint the inside of the doors, windows, and sides before you glue them on, which will be easier than what I do in this video. I cut out small pieces of cardboard to glue around my doors and windows, making sure they aren't too wide or deep. Now I'm hot gluing each wall and side around the inside of the openings. Here's a photo of the mostly completed rooms from the inside. For the depths of the rooms, think about what you'll be storing inside, and remember, when the box is folded up, all of these rooms will have to sit inside without rubbing up against each other, so make sure they aren't super deep. Continue to open and close the box to make sure none of the rooms are hitting each other.
If you have openings on the sides of your house, these will be the trickiest to maneuver and fit with the other sides, so you may need to do some modifications. Here's what the inside of the house looks like when completed. Once all the rooms were completed, I painted a white base layer to my house. Now I'm attaching the pull strings to each door and window. You'll need a small nail and hot glue. I've cut and tied my string pulls into little loops with a knot at the end, and I'm poking them through each door with the nail. Then I hot glue the knot to the back of the door to secure. After I've installed my pulls, I'm going to fasten up the box. I use 2 screws on the side of the box with a seam, 1 screw on each of the side triangle eaves, and 1 screw in the front middle of the roof. Now my favorite part, painting and decorating. This is totally up to you how you want to paint and decorate your house. I went pretty classic with green and red colors, but added a ghost to the attic because duh, this is a haunted advent calendar, obviously. I had some gaps on the side of my box, so I cut out a garland to hide those seam openings. I also added little cardboard Christmas trees to the bottom flaps of the house by stacking irregular cardboard pieces in descending size.
And that's it. Was this helpful? You tell me. Please let me know if you make an Advent house or have any questions while creating, and I'll see you later. What the heck is in here? Huh? What is in here?